we're in their corner and on it because their local agent is a small business owner too.
Yes, it is that time again. And you can hear the tornado siren sound effect going off because you exactly know why by the title of this video what is going to happen. Anyways, let's close that out. And you guys can just wait for the tornado sirens to go off if you are in the areas. But enough of that. Let us go here. Hello, everybody. Alrighty. What is up, guys? Ashton here, and we are live here for a emergency severe weather briefing as we have a likely tornado outbreak going to occur on Tuesday, November 29th for the lower Mississippi River Valley. And as you can tell, this risk area looks quite familiar to some people. Well, let's go here. Let's look at December 10th outlook. Let's look at that. Let's look at the December 10th outlook. If it would let me. No. Severe weather, please. Thank you. Yeah, this looks a little bit too familiar, guys. I mean, look, it looks pretty similar, just a little bit further north. But as you can tell, there is a moderate risk in this area, and I would not be surprised if this goes high risk because of what's been going. Yeah, high risk. I mean, whatever. I know it will go moderate, either tonight or tomorrow. But the question is, will it go high risk? Now, I'm not saying it will go high risk, but there is a high, not a high likelihood. I'm giving it a 40-60. There's 40% chance that it will go high risk and a 60% it doesn't. But every run of the models is just pointing to that high moderate risk or a high risk or a low high risk for Tuesday. And let's go to, there's actually let me check out there's something on Twitter. There was a good comparison risk area of Tuesday. Let me go see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this. It was, let's see if I can find it. It's probably way down here. But it's a really good comparison of this hatch risk and a hatch risk back in, I believe it was 06 from what this tweet was saying. Yes, here we go. Oh, no, my bad. 2016. Sorry about that. 2016. Let's go to 11/29/2016. Yes, believe it or not, 6 years ago to the day. Well, that is clearly not what we're looking for. Severe risk. We are not looking for that. I will tell you that. But here is the November 29th, 2016. Let's see if I can find it. Severe outlook. Okay. Where is... yes. Right. Where's a good picture of it? Wow, wow. Wow, look how similar that is. Holy rip. Wow. We're just finding similarities all over the place for this one. Nah, that's a little bit too far east. That was last year's. This might be the first high risk of the year if it does it. Here's 28th. This is what it was starting to look like on, well, what day? Son of a gun. On, what day was it? Was it Friday? Friday, it was the day 5. Day 5 looked like this, pretty much. But then it shifted a little bit east. But I'm trying to find that November 29th, 2016 severe weather outlook so I can compare it for you guys. Give me one sec here. Okay, here, let me go back to I gotta make sure my chat's up and running first and foremost here. Let's see here. Where is that dang chart? Let me just go get it on Twitter. Let me just go onto Twitter here. No, I don't want to sign in. Let's go to November 29th severe outlook, and then we'll do a comparison here. Okay, here. Let's see if we can. go exit that. Man, what's this tweet called? Hold up here. 11/29/2016 severe. There you go, right here. Here's what we're looking at. This, yeah, look at that. It looks really, really heckin' familiar. I mean, let's go back here. Yeah, let's drag that back over here. Look at this. That looks very shockingly familiar. So, and that day there was quite a few significant tornadoes that took place, I believe. Let's just go back to that date. Let's go to tornadoes of 2016. Let's just go see what there was that day. I'm not saying that there was, but I believe, if I remember correctly, there were a few significant tornadoes that day. Let's go to November. Oh yeah, there was a tornado outbreak that day. Okay, let's go here. Yes, EF3 in Ider, Alabama. And let's see, it was that, how many EF3s? Well, then November 30th, I believe this was in the morning, the very early morning hours. That there were a few others. But as you can see, there were a few tornadoes that actually made it as far east as North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida that day. And also, look, you can tell that, yeah, there's these little slivers of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, that tiny, tiny sliver up there. And then this risk also goes all the way up towards Michigan, Wisconsin, and stuff. But that's just general thunderstorms, nothing severe. But the extent for severe weather looks like it'll reach almost to the Indianapolis metro area, even up maybe towards Louisville, Kentucky, Tuscaloosa. It looks like you are probably just inside this very small window right here for marginal risk. But the main places for this hatch area, for now, because this is likely going to change and get upgraded to moderate within the next 12 to 48 hours or so. So we got, let's see, we got probably Jackson is just right. Jackson's probably literally right along the line of the enhanced and slight. Then we got Alexandria, I believe is right around here. Got Alexandria in there. Memphis, Tennessee, you're right here. We got Jonesboro, Arkansas. We all know what happened to Jonesboro on December 10th, and we do not want that to happen again. Mayfield, you are up here in the slight risk. We also got probably Little Rock is just also along this line. We have Monroe, Pine Bluff. We got a ton of major not too big of population areas, but definitely enough to be worried about. This is in a chaser's nightmare zone to chase, because you got this thing's literally sliced in half by the Mississippi River, and there's only a few options where you can cross the Mississippi River in this enhanced area. My personal guess for a moderate risk is probably going to be right around the Memphis, Jonesboro, and all the way up towards northwest Mississippi for the moderate. So probably, let me see if I can draw here. Let me draw. Can I do any drawing on this? I don't think I can do any drawing on it necessarily. You know what? I actually can. Let me go to my files here. Let's open this up. So here's this. We're going to do a quick little draw. This is my hypothetical guess on where the moderate risk will be if it does happen, and maybe even the high risk, because this could go high risk. You never know. So let's go red. Let's get our red marker out here. I believe that's red. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be our moderate risk if it does happen. So let me actually make a hypothetical little situation here. We're going to draw let's redo this entire hatch risk. So let me show you what I think is going to happen for the marginal. So I believe that the marginal is actually going to extend probably a little bit out further this way towards Apalachicola, Mobile, and possibly into the Birmingham metro. So this will include half of Alabama. So James Spann territory is going to get into that area probably. So that's going to be our marginal risk. So now let's get to our slight risk. The slight risk now, for what I believe, will probably most likely extend in Tuscaloosa and maybe even towards Mobile. I don't think it'll get down towards Mobile, but definitely towards the where the little nubs of Alabama and Mississippi meet. So let me get this little thingy. Let's get this drawn here. And I think this could actually go into New Orleans, this slight risk. So we're going to put it right about there. And then if the enhance does get extended east and it does become a moderate, then this is what's going to happen. I believe it's going to go like this. It's going to slice towards Jackson, come out towards here. We got our enhanced, extended out. And then let's go for our moderate. If this moderate does come through, which I believe it will, this moderate is going to go probably like something like this. So it's going to go from right around here and then dip into here, probably include Memphis as well. I know it's pretty slim but I do believe this will happen. And then, okay, let me actually put some text in this, if I can. Let me put a moderate risk. I am terrible at drawing, so this is going to probably look terrible for you guys. Let's do mud. Yes, mud. No. Mad. Mad. Okay. Anyway. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Let's undo that. Okay, we need to erase. Okay. I guess I just have to redraw the enhanced. Okay, whatever. It's fine. What is up, Devin Olmstead? Welcome to the stream. I am currently drawing my hypothetical outlook for Tuesday because I believe this is what is going to happen, at least somewhat close to this. So this is going to, let me get this enhanced brush back up. Okay, so this is, let me redraw the enhanced here. Is that red or orange? That's orange. Okay, yeah, good. So this enhanced is going to go somewhere to right about here, get extended out. And then let's go back to the moderate, draw the moderate. It's going to be right about here, including the Memphis metro. And then let's also, okay, you know red's moderate. So then let us go to our high risk. If the high risk does come through, I doubt it will, but you never know. There is a very, I wouldn't say it's a slim chance, but I wouldn't say it's also a high chance for it to be high risk. But let's go. Is there a color palette I could choose from here? Is there, what highlighter colors are there? Okay. Anyways, purple. So here's our purple. This is going to be representing high risk. So I believe it could include, it'll definitely include the Mississippi River, but it's going to be a very, very small high risk. Actually, you know what? It's going to be a little bit further south if it goes high risk. So let me. Of course, it erases the moderate. Okay, let's try that one more time. Here's our moderate. Actually, oh, that actually looks much better. Actually, that looks a little bit better. And then if it does go high risk, it's going to be a very small area where it goes high risk, and I think that's where our greatest tornado potential is going to be. So I'm going to put the high risk right here, if it does go high risk. Now this is totally unknown. That's possible, but Let's go back to the moderate risk. Moderate risk. Mod. Likely. So yeah. So if it does go moderate, this is going to be the likely area here in the red, and then this is just my hypothetical. This is not going to happen. This is just what I'm thinking could happen. And if it's not, you can't blame me. This is just my educated guess on what it could happen. So as you can see, marginal risk could extend towards almost half of Alabama, on the western half of Alabama, and then down towards Apalachicola, just west of Jacksonville. This will also include Mobile, and probably will get down towards down into the swamps of Louisiana, as well as the slight risk will definitely include probably Tuscaloosa, James Spann territory, maybe New Orleans. It's definitely going to include New Orleans. We have Lake Charles where's Lake Charles at? Lake Charles is right here, so Lake Charles will still be in the slight probably. And then for the enhanced, I think it could get extended into Jackson, and then it will definitely be stay in Memphis. I don't think the enhanced will get into Alabama, but you never know. And then our moderate risk will be over just south and southwest, anywhere from south to west of Little Rock. And then this may or may not include the Memphis metro, if it does happen. And then probably Alexandria, Yazoo City is probably going to be in this. Jonesboro, I'm pretty sure Jonesboro is either here or here on the line. So, and then this could include the areas where the tri-state tornado, the Mayfield tornado, occurred, into western Kentucky. But Mayfield will definitely be in the slight risk. It's already in the slight risk, I believe. Let me actually go back to the population cities. Okay. Let's go to population. And yeah, you can tell Mayfield is right there. Or here. One of those is Mayfield. And yeah, Mayfield is definitely in the slight risk. Memphis. Okay, actually, let's go back to the. Here we go. Here's our hypothetical situation. Let's compare our hypothetical situation here. So we got. Did I say the right image? Yeah. Okay. So this is what we got here. This is our hypothetical situation. This is our actual situation for day 3, but this is what I think will happen the moderate will happen either likely tonight or tomorrow morning if it occurs, or even tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. But if the high risk does get issued, it'll be the day of the event. So let's see. So Memphis, you would be hypothetically in the moderate if it does come through, probably. We got Greenville. Is that Greenville? Is it Greenville, Arkansas, or Greenville, Mississippi? One of the two. Shreveport, you're gonna stay out of it. You're gonna be in the slight. Alexandria, you're gonna stay just south of the enhanced. And then Jackson, you will definitely be included inside of that. You'll probably be on the line of the moderate and enhanced if it does go through. And then Little Rock, you will just be on the line as well, again, for the enhanced. And then Jackson, Tennessee, might get into that enhanced, if it's not already. Okay, no. Jackson, Tennessee, you probably will be inside of that. Louisville, you are probably going to stay just outside the marginal, maybe just on the line. But you have Evansville, Indiana in there. St. Louis, you are going to be actually in the marginal risk as well. And maybe even into Houston, the Houston metro. And I just noticed Lufkin was in here as well. Some of these same areas just a few weeks ago got hit by some violent tornadoes, and we were on those tornadoes. If you do not remember, go check those videos out. I just finished posting them about a week ago or so, and should be there. But yeah, so this is my hypothetical outlook. Don't count on this, but definitely be prepared in case something like this does occur, which I believe it could. So, anyways, enough with the hypothetical stuff. Let's actually go into what is actually going to happen as of right now. So as of right now, we have a day 3 enhanced, which we cannot see the hazard chances yet, but we can definitely see the probabilistic chances. So as you can tell right here, you got this big old stone fruit of a weird, very looking skinny avocado with a very ripe pit. Let's just say that, and maybe a little bit too ripe. But as you can tell, we got a 10% significant hatch area, which is encircling this 30% hatch area, which is in the moderate, but I think that 30% is just for the wind as of right now. So this is probably going to go moderate because of what the 30% right there. So let's go into what they're saying. So looks like the most likely area for strong tornadoes, which we are expecting quite a few of those, is probably going to be right along the Mississippi River and just west and as a little bit east. But I don't think any tornadoes that do form are probably going to be west of the Mississippi River and going to go east of it. But you never know. Something could pop up east of the Mississippi, which would be perfect because that is going to be my target area. I'm going to probably be targeting either Memphis or just north of Jackson because I don't want to get stuck on the west side of the Mississippi and have to find a road that crosses. But anyways, let's go into what the SPC is looking at. So severe thunderstorms with wind damage and tornadoes along with some hail will be possible from the Sabine River Valley across the lower Mississippi River Valley into the middle of the Mississippi River Valley on Tuesday. A significant severe weather event will be likely across parts of that region. Significant severe weather event. Yeah, that's pretty impressive that the SPC is saying that. So let's see what's going on. So this is lower Mississippi lower to mid Mississippi River Valley. That's a tongue twister and a half. To the eastern Ozarks, aka here to here. This is the eastern Ozarks across northwest Arkansas. So a highly progressive upper-level trough, I love those words, will move quickly into southern and central Rockies on Tuesday. Wow, this thing is moving. This thing is hauling ahead of the system. A broad 40 to 60 knot LLJ. Nothing like the smell of fresh LLJ in the morning. So that is a strong LLJ for November. That is really strong, and it's going to transport enough low-level moisture from the Gulf into this area right here, which is going to get trapped in that low-level jet, forcing it up into this area where we believe that this severe weather outbreak will be taking place, where surface dew point should reach lower to mid-60s. Lower to mid-60s in November is pretty much enough to cause a tornado outbreak if the ingredients are there. So the response to moisture advection and surface heating, water instability, blah, 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 blah. Isolated to scattered convective initiation will be possible in the early afternoon. That's just meaning there might be a few pop-up cells that might get their act together, but won't mature into supercells. But sometimes they do mature into supercells, and those are the storms that you really, really got to watch out because those things have all the available energy to tap into, and that'll just make those storms go off. Anyways, and this will be near the instability axis, which is aka right around here. This is going to be where the instability axis will be at, just in northern Louisiana, the Arklamis right around here. That's where it's going to be. And then let's go to moisture will continue into the eastern Ozarks through the late afternoon into the early evening. This will bring broad corridor of moderate instability, which is moderate instability for November. Pretty dang good. And the LLJ is expected to strengthen up to 70 knots. Dang, that is going to be intense by early evening. So this may or may not be a nocturnal event, you're dealing with the Mississippi River Valley, the swamps, trees, windy roads, very low storm bases. I won't guarantee you that these storms will be very fast moving, but from what they're saying with 50 to 70 knots, that is kind of sounding like it'll be faster. I was guessing around like 35 to 40 miles an hour, but from what they're saying, they might even go up to 60, which would not be very good because we would not be able to catch them or be able to see them. Anyways, very favorable. Wow. Very favorable for severe thunderstorms across the lower to mid-Mississippi River Valley. The NAM forecast sounding along the axis of the strongest instability from northeast Louisiana into eastern Arkansas by 3Z on Wednesday, which is aka about, give or take, 8, 9 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. We'll have Cape between 1,500 and 2 at 9. Wait, hold up. Don't mark my words. This might not be 9 o'clock. 3Z. And Louisiana is in Central Time. So, yeah, 9 p.m. Wow. 1,500 Cape to 2,000 at 9 p.m. Be up for a Southern Illinois. Let's see here. Southern Illinois. Let's see. So Southern Illinois. Let's go to cities. So just south of about just south of Springfield by probably 100 miles or so. Yes, that's along. We're just south of southeast of St. Louis. So where Evansville. So just west of Evansville, that portion of Southern Illinois looks like you guys are in the slight risk. I don't think you will be in the enhanced risk, but definitely watch out for some severe weather. I'm not going to guarantee you what you're going to get there, but at this point, the slight risk looks like you probably might see a couple tornadoes there, probably some strong winds, and maybe hail. But the hail risk, because it is November, the upper atmosphere is not really primed for giant hail. You will see some severe hail, but nothing like Midwest May 4-inch softball sized hail. Probably inch to maybe 2-inch hail. So anywhere in that area, I do think you could get some severe weather. But anyways, let's go back down here. So for severe thunderstorms, 3Z with 0 to 6 kilometer shear, 60 to 70 knots. We're talking about 9 p.m. people. This is after dark when temperatures should go down. But with tornado outbreaks, that's not the case ever. So this combined with a long and lengthy boys, so danger noodles. We got long danger noodles, so hodographs. Those are basically the shapes of the storms. So you know how you get those curved hook-like appendages on supercells? That is what it's talking about in long ones. That means that these are going to be violent supercells if they do form. With 0 to 3 storm relative helicities in the 4 to 500 range. For reference, the the storm relative helicities for November 4th were just under 300 to mid 300. So this is 4 to 500. This is going to be I think this could be a much more dangerous event than November 4th. One sec. So we got, and this will be favorable for supercells and will be favorable. It doesn't say it might be favorable. It will be favorable for supercells and tornadoes, and a few strong tornadoes will be possible in the with the more dominant supercells that remain discrete. Like I said, actually I haven't said this yet, but this event does look like it will be very isolated, much more isolated than the son of a gun, November 4th, because I don't believe that there is a cold front behind this. I think that this is actually just going to be severe weather, and there's not going to be really a line of storms behind this. So this is much like December 10th, because if you remember December 10th, I don't believe that there was really a line of thunderstorms behind that until very, very late actually very early in the morning hours, like around 3 a.m. I was up all night for that, watching that event, and that was just insane. But anyways, few strong tornadoes that remain discrete. The most favorable area for strong tornadoes may develop along the west edge of the LLJ, as the forecast by the ECMWF from eastern Arkansas into northwest Mississippi and western Tennessee. So, judging by this, I think I am going to have to target Memphis, and let's just go to the maps. Let's go to our trusty maps on Microsoft. Let's go here. We are in Norman. Let's just go see. We got to go. Yeah, so we're going to probably have to take I-40 into Memphis and probably drop a little bit further south towards, Tunica, maybe just west of Helena. Is Helena? Yeah, Helena is in Arkansas, or is that? Yeah, Helena's in Arkansas. So we're gonna probably have to drop. We're gonna head east to Memphis. Memphis from here, from my location. Let's just say Norman. Let's just see what. From I-40, do I have to take any toll roads? I don't think any toll roads, so it's only about 6.5 hours to Memphis, which is not bad at all. While going to Jackson, you see, Jackson is about, let's see where Jackson is from Norman. Jackson's a little bit further. Yeah, see, Jackson's 8 hours, so I'd rather go up to Memphis and target probably where the moderate risk is. That'll probably put us a little bit further south of Memphis, but I'm going to be targeting around this area, and I know a lot of other people are. Let's go back to here. So that is probably where the strongest tornadoes will be. A tornado outbreak will be possible. This is something rare that the SPC says. A tornado outbreak will be possible. That is something you don't hear every day from the SPC. It will be possible across parts of the lower to mid-Mississippi Valley if the current forecast parameters, such as the instability, remain current, and they have only gotten even better. The ingredients and the parameters have only gotten better since this has been an enhanced since day 5 or 6, I believe. This has been a 30% since day 5 or 6, and it was a day 8 15%, believe it or not, for November. That is super rare. In addition to the tornado threat, the potential for wind damage will likely increase during the evening as storm coverage and chance for cell interactions complete. So this story here is just saying that it's going to form into a line. Like, there's no cold front behind this, I don't think. We'll check the models in just a sec to confirm that. But what it's saying is these cells are going to get so strong and big that they're going to collide into each other and become more like a semi-discrete to multicellular event later in the night, probably around midnight. I believe the window for supercells, the strong ones at least, is going to be pretty limited. But if they do occur, they're going to get up and boogie. But the strongest the event, I can't. Man, I'm running over my words because I'm just so excited for this. But I'm also very worried for everyone involved in this. But the window for supercells, I believe, is going to be from around just before sunset to around probably midnight. And then after that, it's just going to be multicellular and probably turn into a very linear event with embedded supercells. So which should mid-level rapid rates are also expected to be steep, which could support a hail threat with the more intense cells. So they are saying that there is a hail threat, but this is just going to be for the steeper lapse rate cells. But because this is November, you don't have as warm of air aloft as you would say in like May. So the extent of the moisture return will determine how far northeast the severe wet develops. So basically what that means is wherever this moisture is going to come back into the environment after it gets pushed up and pushed back down, that is going to be where initiation begins. So this could be anywhere. Let's see. So if the moisture should get pushed up all the way up here, as you can see, into the slight risk. So once it comes back down, somewhere along this return is where you're going to have your initiation for your storm. So they're guessing it's going to be. They're guessing it could be anywhere from the Houston all the way up to Evansville. So anywhere in there, that's probably where your initiation is going to happen. But most likely, it's going to be in the enhanced. During the evening and overnight hours, as far north. So this is answering your question, Glenn. You were wondering if you're going to get any severe weather. So they're saying that the SPC is saying that some severe threats could be possible into the evening and overnight hours as far north as southern Illinois and southwest Indiana. So they're saying that you could possibly have some severe weather threat after dark into the overnight hours. So make sure you do have your weather radio and are watching your local weather station for anything that comes your way, because it could get as far north as there. So a categorical upgrade will be possible in later outlooks. So that is saying that it will have to be upgraded. So they are saying it could get upgraded to a moderate, and maybe they're not saying exactly what they'll upgrade it to, but most likely it'll be upgraded to a moderate, and then maybe even a high risk later on, probably tomorrow night or even into Tuesday morning. So here's the probabilistic. This 30%, that's probably for wind and maybe hail. I doubt the hail. That's what the hail is, but we'll see. But that's probably this area. This is probably most likely for strong tornadoes. At least the significant hatch area is going to be for tornadoes. But look how many people are in this. You are at around, let me do some quick math here. You're around like 30 to 35 million people are going to be in this area for severe weather. And then for the entire portion, you're looking at, almost 80 million in this entire area for just general thunderstorms. Like, it's a big area. It's a really big area for weather, at least, but the severe weather is down to about 40 million, less than 40 million. Anyways, let's go to, let me see if they updated this actually. Updated as of, this is as of about 4 minutes ago. So, okay, let's go to our trusty weather models. Here we go. Let's go for the GFS first, although I do not like the GFS at all. So let's go to. Let's just check out the projected temperatures, because wow, look at this! Look at this polar air that has come down from the North Pole into Canada. Look at that! This is rich cold air that's just going to be pushing across the western half of the United States. It's going to be pushing actually southeast, believe it or not. It's going to be pushing. And then look at this. Look at these water temperatures in the Gulf. They're still at 70 to 75 degrees, even 80 degrees down here, further out towards the Yucatan Peninsula. They're almost 80 degrees. And look, this is going to push up. And look, you got dry air. You got nice, warm, dry air here down in the Arklatex area. Once this collides, there you go. You got that severe weather outbreak. So let's go to our loop. And guys, don't be afraid in the chat to ask questions. I will answer them as best as I can. I'm a sophomore meteorology student here at OU, so I I will answer it to the best of my knowledge. I've been in weather since I was 3, and I've wanted to come here since I was 3, so I have quite a bit of knowledge in the field. I don't have a degree yet. I'm trying to get my bachelor's or master's degree in meteorology, but I can answer any questions to the best of my extent, and if not, I have my connections. I can go ask my professors, other trusted people in the field. Reed Timmer, for example, I could figure out some stuff. If you have any questions, I could pass it along, but I'll try answering anything as best as I can. But look at this air. Look at some of this Arctic air that's going to be pushed in. Look at that. You got negatives. You got into the negative teens up there in, is that British Columbia, I believe? Yeah, it's British Columbia. And that's just going to push. And look at this. So look at temperatures. This is Monday into Tuesday. Look at this. Look at this blob of warm air. This warm, moist air. Look at that. 70s to almost 80 degrees. That is very unseasonably warm. And here comes the boundary. Here it comes, sweeping across the northern plains down into the lower Mississippi River Valley. And right there you got it, right here. Right around here, right here. This is where you're going to have our severe weather outbreak. Look at this. Look at this boundary. It goes from, hate to say it, but Fort Stockton all the way up to almost to Ontario, believe it or not. Wow, that is just a monster boundary. Let's go to our dew points here. This is GFS, by the way, so don't trust it, but this is what the GFS is saying. And there you go. Ooh, look at that. So this is out of, I believe, Greenville. This is the Greenville sounding right here. And look at that. It just goes from 60 down into the 30s on the dew points. Just look at this huge collision of dew points. You got all this dry air. Look at that. You got negative 22 dew points in that polar air up there, and I believe that's is that Alberta or is that Saskatchewan? That's either Alberta or Saskatchewan right there, where you're seeing negative 22 dew points, and then you just go down and look, you got 75 dew points out here in the Gulf, which is crazy. So right around here, you see where that area is. That is where you're going to have the severe weather outbreak. And let us go to our, let's go to our, let's see what our winds are at for the, where's our upper wind height? There we go. So this is going to be our LLJ, low level jet. We're going to start out with 850 millibars. As you can see, there's some gathering over here right now, but that's from this morning and yesterday's severe weather event down in actually some of the same areas that could be impacted. But watch this. You can start seeing this almost a mid-latitude cyclone going across, and you see that little arm starts reaching out towards Nebraska and South Dakota, and it's going to keep extending that line, creating this low-level jet that just explodes. I mean, look at that low-level jet just cranking. And there you go. There's our bowling ball. Our bowling ball is actually a lot further north than usual in usual events, but as you can see, that bowling ball just ejects, and there's your low-level jet just cranking down here. Got 50 to 60 knots. That is going to ramp this severe weather threat up by a large margin. And let's go to 700 millibars. Man, look at that. Wow. Look at that. It's up to 75 knots. That is incredible. For fun, let's just see what the two... Actually, let's go before that. Let's go 500. Let's see what 500 is saying. Ooh. Wow, look at that. There you go. There's your bowling ball right here. And that's your bowling ball of a trough. And then here's your low-level jet. Or it's the mid-level, at least. But look at that. 115 knots. Got a question: the system that fires up Tuesday through Wednesday, could South Carolina get any chance for severe weather? Actually, let's go back to our trusty weather.gov, not Hurricane Center. Let's go back here. Okay, so South Carolina. Let's go to day 4. Day four is, at this point, they don't know day 4 because they don't know exactly what's going to happen on Tuesday. But once that threat once they are pretty certain on what's going to happen, they probably will likely have a threat for. I think they won't have the threat for further east until tomorrow when this becomes day 2, and then the day 3 is released. So I don't know right now, but my guess is there might be a chance for some remnants, but I don't think it's going to be anything as crazy as what's going to go on Tuesday. You could see maybe some severe thunderstorms, but I don't think that they're going to be just as terrible as these are going to be. So all I can do is just keep checking. Just go here to the National Weather Service's Storm Prediction Center and keep checking back to see if anything does get there. And just make sure you do watch your local news stations and stuff in case anything does come your way. So, because I know there's definitely some good stations out here towards Greenville and Atlanta and stuff. So out towards the Carolinas. So definitely check back in with those later. And then Braden, I could not agree more. So this definitely is looking like a very nocturnal event, and it's looking. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but it does bring back December 10th vibes, because this is going over some of the exact same areas. It's going to be a very late night event into the early morning hours. It's very low storm bases, probably long track supercells. It's just screaming December 10th vibes. Not trying to scare people, but I'm just trying to make a comparison, just to don't be scared, be prepared, as Ryan Hall says, because you all remember what happened December 10th if you weren't living under a rock, or if you don't really pay attention or don't have access to the news. But it's a terrible severe weather outbreak. I know. I don't want to compare it, but it's kind of necessary, because look, it's going over like some of the exact same areas. Mayfield may or may not get inside this enhanced, so you never know. But we're gonna have to see. Braden may or may not be coming for the chase, but it's all up in the air right now. May or may not chase, just depending on how bad it gets. As of right now, since it's enhanced, I don't think we're chasing. But I'm going to guarantee it goes moderate, and then chase mode's going to have to be activated 100%. So, all right. Anyways, back to the GFS. Let's go to our. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna look over that. Just give me one sec, Brandon. Okay, so speaking of that, dynamics. Let's go to vorticity here first. Let's check the high vorticity. As you can see right here, some of this is getting really, really juicy. And just wait for it. And some of the vorticity values are not great. This is the GFS, but let's check the 500 millibar, see what's going on. Oh yeah, that's a little bit further north, but it's GFS. All right. Yeah, the heavy morning convection. I haven't seen it yet, but I do believe there is going to be a little bit of morning convection from this. Let's go into, and here is our CAPE. So you see, the GFS has CAPE values way too low here. I'm just gonna let you know, this is way too low, and it just kills these. Yeah, GFS, no. But the cap, I'm pretty interested to see the cap here. And so it's gonna build. The cap is definitely gonna build, and then pop, no cap, bye cap. Right around here. This is. Let's see. Go back a little bit. Yeah, right. There's gonna be a little bit of cap. It looks like a tiny bit of cap, but probably not enough to affect the supercells. Anyways, well, that's this is what GFS is saying. Let's see what the bulk shear is saying. Here we go. Whoa, hello bulk shear, right over Mayfield. 120 knots. Wow. Yeah, let's check the helicity. The helicity values. So this is they were saying that the helicity values were around 400 to 500. So I want to see this. And sure enough, GFS is showing that, but a little bit further east and up to 600, believe it or not. But let's check the energy helicity. Energy helicity is going to be interesting. Ooh, still pretty low values. This is the GFS. GFS is a global forecast model, which isn't very accurate. It's just giving a general idea, but you need to check more of the regional and local models to see for sure. Well, not for sure, but most likely what will happen. So these are the supercell composites, and they're putting quite a few supercell initiations near Lufkin. I want to see one of these soundings real quick. I think that's way too far west. GFS is all over the place here. Let's just go. Let's just see the photographs just to see if they have anything interesting. That is an interesting photograph. That's an interesting photograph right there. I'm not really liking these photographs. GFS's photographs are not great. So we're not gonna. Okay, let's just get the heck out of GFS. Let's go to the NAM. GFS. Tisk. All right, let's go to the. What do we got first? We need to check the winds. So this is gonna be our low. This is the NAM, by the way. This is what the NAM is gonna show. What will happen? As you can see, yeah, the NAM is putting this area of the low-level jet a little bit further north and more towards the enhanced risk where it was supposed to be than the GFS. And right here, look at that. Yeah, you got 50 to 60 knots of low-level jet to deal with. And then, yeah, I think South Carolina might get something on Wednesday, but it's up in the air at the moment. But as you can see right here, this is Sunday. You're getting probably some thunderstorms right now out there. Actually, you know what I didn't do? My bad. Let's go back to GFS real quick. I forgot to show you guys their composite. I almost forgot. I caught myself. So yeah, you guys are getting a couple thunderstorms probably down in South Carolina right now. But let's go out a little bit further. And actually, let's go to the regional. Let's get a little bit more local here, shall we? We're gonna have to go right here, I believe. Yep. Actually, a little bit further south. There's something further south here besides this, which doesn't really give it. And this is also gonna be another problem, guys. Radar holes. Apparently, who? So what was it? Is it Little Rock's radar that's supposed to be down during this event, Braden? Excuse me. Sorry, I had to stretch real good. Braden, do you know if it was Little Rock or whose radar was it that was supposed to be down on Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah. Little Rock's radar apparently is supposed to be down for this event. So let me just go to where you got radars at. NWS radar locations. Let me just go and show you where these radar locations are at. So, all right. So here you go. So this is Little Rock's, and then one of these radars around here is also only like operational some of the time because it's there's going to be some because it has to be manually turned on. One of these radars out here has to be manually turned on. So basically, what I'm saying is, let me actually find a better area. Where is a better map of radars? Let me see. Should be on the National Weather Service radar site. Let me see here. Let's actually look for. It should be a radar map location. Let's see. There should be a radar map somewhere around here. Okay. Oh, there's a good map. There you go. Here's a good map. Okay, so you will not have. Okay, let's actually zoom in here to this if we can. Let's open this in a new tab. Okay, no. Open a new tab. There we go. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so this is going to be a problem for Tuesday. So you have. Actually, let me go to my Radar Omega here on my phone. So you got a radar right here that is only turned on by let me see what it says. Monroe's radar is only turned on ever so often. So Monroe's radar is right here. Then you got Shreveport's radar. Shreveport's radar only covers to about right here. So when you have this radar out, you can't really see anything right here. And then Jackson's radar only reaches to where the Monroe radar is. So you have this little area of nothing where you can't see. Now also add Little Rock's radar down. Now you have a radar hole across this whole entire area right here. And Memphis only reaches to right about here. So you have a whole entire area with, I don't know how many exactly people in there, but there's probably probably almost 1 million people in this area where you don't have any radar coverage now. So the National Weather Service in Little Rock, they need to receive some heavy criticism for this, because that is just not okay, because you're putting lives at risk with that. So yeah, anyway, so this is what's going on right now. Let me actually go back my chat back up here on my phone. If you go back, Alice, in the video a little bit earlier, I talked about Illinois and stuff. So we're going to focus on everything else, because we got to get this video wrapped up here, because I got to get everything ready for tomorrow. Because we're probably going to leave tomorrow afternoon if we're going. So let's go. Here we go. As you can see, there's some convection popping up here in the morning. A little bit of convection. But, you don't it's just a blob, a big old blob on GFS. Anyways, GFS, get out of here. Okay. Anyways, we already went to the surface stuff. Let's go to our dew points for the NAM. NAM is probably going to show it much better for dew points. Sorry about all these ads on the side. I don't have Radar or Pivotal Weather Plus. So, as you can see, all this moisture is going to kick out. Let all this dry air come up. And then right here, there you go. There's those dew points that are just going to cause this tornado outbreak. And then, yeah, you got 70 dew points down here in Louisiana. And that's just, wow. Yeah, the severe weather actually, it might actually get possibly into South Carolina. I doubt it because the dew points here, they're much higher than they are back here on the convergence. So, yeah. And let's go to let's check what the vorticity is showing. I think the vorticities will be a little bit more compact and more accurate on the okay, go back. There we go. I think it's going to be a little bit Brandon, are you talking about right now, or are you talking about for that's going to be on for the main event? Okay, hold on one sec. I'll look at chat in just a sec. But look at this right here. That's scary. Look at this. Like these blobs right here, and these could be supercells. I believe these could be supercells. And then you got a little bit of a cluster probably down here into Louisiana. But I believe these are all supercells right here, or at least they could be. I don't know. Oh, right now, no, I don't know of anyone that's live right now. I'm just doing this right now because I got class in the morning. I won't have time to do a briefing in the morning, and then we gotta drive. We gotta drive to Memphis or somewhere along the Mississippi River, east of it, that is. But if you want people that are going to be live on the day of the event, you got Ryan, Reed. You got pretty much anyone is going to be live for this, besides the Weather Channel, because we all know how the Weather Channel is. Yeah, don't watch the Weather Channel. Watch Ryan Hall is the new Weather Channel, the new old version of the Weather Channel. That actually pays attention to the weather. Anyways, enough heckling about the Weather Channel. Let's go to our mixed layer cape. This is the NAM's mixed layer. Let's go out. And yeah, that's some substantial cape. That's enough to support some supercells, and then definitely across maybe a couple even into central Arkansas. Let's just check one of these soundings real quick. Yep. Oh dear. Although, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just trying to make sure it looks like a good enough supercell to be, let's see. The shear in this one's not great. Is there enough lift in this? There's the LCL. Yeah, this sounding's it's all right, not great. Let's go. Let's check the mixed layer cap. Go back, mixed layer cap. So as you can see, cap is going to materialize here pretty soon, over a while. But NAM is actually showing quite a bit of cap, believe it or not. And then the cap breaks. The cap is gonna be encircling these things. But I don't know. That's a little interesting to me. But all right, let's see what the most unstable cape is showing for the NAM. Hello. There's your Cape values. Yeah, that's going to be definitely supportive of strong to long track tornadoes. Although this sounding looks pretty meh. Let's just see. Yeah, so the soundings right now are not great, but you definitely can start seeing where they could definitely become supercells. Supercell composite. Okay, let's go to let's see what surface-based cape is saying. Okay, surface-based cape. We are gonna look. Surface-based cape is not great, but then again, it's pretty much supportive of tornadoes for this environment. So yeah, as you can see, the photographs right now are not looking great, but you never know. Let's check the cap. Here's the surface-based cap. Here comes the cap, and goodbye cap. Yeah. So it looks like the storms are gonna have a little bit of trouble, but after probably around midnight or so, that's when they're really gonna get off, which is not a good sign. So let's just go to that time. So this is about midnight. So let's go here. Let's see what the photographs are saying. Yeah, this is probably going to be the most likely hour for tornadoes. Okay, let's see what the shear is saying. The NAM is also looking interesting, but apparently the SPC is trusting the NAM. But whoa, look at that! You got these little blobs of set almost 80 knots, and it's a little bit less, but so it's kind of hard to explain how to use pivotal weather. So basically, what you're looking for here is you're wanting to figure out how to use pivotal weather. So basically, up here you have all these different tabs. So usually what I just look at, I really don't look at these because I could just go to the National Weather Service for that, the National Weather Service website. But and same with the observations. But for models, so I just go through the models. Just you got to familiarize what each of these models are. So for here we got like the super long future global, and then you got the GFS. So the ones I recommend you look at. I don't recommend you trust the GFS, but the GFS is good for looking, like hypothetical situations far out. So that's what the GFS is for. The NAM is more, just more for North America and the United States specifically. This is more of a it's basically what the GFS is, but for just the United States rather than a global. It's long, it's far out, like a week out. It goes to about a week out, and it shows what could happen. But NAM can be good sometimes for like day of or day before. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Brandon. Those could be definitely could be storms. Then the RAP. The RAP is the rapid refresh model. This is for like super short term. This is like a day of. But the RAP really isn't. It's all right, but I don't trust it as much. The one that has been actually really trustworthy lately has been the HRRR. The HRRR is like a 2-day. It's the high resolution rapid refresh model. This thing goes to about the day of and then the next day. This is really good for like if you want to see like future radar where it could be at. And then you got like the NAM 3-kilometer CONUS. This is basically the HRRR except of the NAM. And then the rest. I wouldn't really trust the rest. The rest are just, whatever. Let's go back to the NAM actually. So you just basically got to familiarize yourself, and then you have all these parameters down here. You got to familiarize yourself on like how to read these and stuff. Like my suggestion is like, I don't know if you're like really knowledgeable in the weather or not. So, if you want to figure this out, like look up like some meteorology courses, like some online courses you could take, or like free online courses or YouTube videos and stuff on how to read radars, because it would take probably weeks and weeks to explain how to read all these properly and stuff. So I can't get into hardcore details right now, but that's basically pretty much an overview of on how to use this. And then if you click on stuff, actually this is another good thing. So if you click on things, you can get soundings from local mesonet scales. So see all these little barbs out here, these wind barbs. These are called wind barbs. So each one of these is a like a mesonet station where you actually can click in and it'll give you a sounding on for that area and what they're thinking could happen probably. So let's go. Where are we at? We're on NAM, right? Upper area dynamics. Affordances. Oh yeah, we are surface-based shear. Okay, here's the storm relative helicity. Let's actually go to the 3 kilometer. I like 3 kilometer more. So here we go. Here, oh yeah, right here. This is so right around this time right here is where it's gonna really kick up with the helicity values, and where you're gonna have your tornado risk. So let's check the supercell composite because I think the NAM will be pretty much on target with some of these supercell soundings. Here it comes. They're actually pushing. They're not pushing some of the supercells as far north as they're expecting, but actually, wait. What am I saying? This is actually inside it. So the supercell. Okay, so this is Memphis right here. I'm gonna take a sounding out of Memphis real quick. That's what I'm worried about. That is a pretty good sounding, actually. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that is definitely a good sounding. Let me check everything. I mean, surface the Cape is pretty all right. Yeah. I mean, that's probably a good sounding right there, and it's just the ever so slightly contaminated, but you see, and it is not elevated at all. It is. I don't think it's elevated. These are going to be surface-based supercells. So there should be stuff like oh shoot, Reed Timmer, he did a class. I'm not sure, but there's so many different things you could do. Like the National Weather Service, they on their website they have like little videos and stuff that can get you familiarized and stuff. But if you want to really go in depth, like if you're like in high school and you want to get out of if you're trying to familiarize these, I'd recommend you major in meteorology if you're trying to get into college, because it'll really take you in depth and you'll learn everything about how to read all this stuff. Okay. Anyways, back to this. So yeah, you can see the supercell composite. This is really worrying me for this area. Not worrying and not worrying because I want a storm chase, but I'm worried for all the people that are in the path of these things. Here comes the SIGTOR parameter. Ho-ho! Hey. Yeah. Aiken, South Carolina. I will do that so let's go actually out to Aiken. Aiken's probably right around here. Aiken. Okay, let me make sure I'm put in the right place. Aiken, South Carolina. That sounds really familiar. Oh, Aiken's towards Augusta. Okay. This is the NAM. They're showing them. It's a little contaminated, and these look like they're going to be a little bit more elevated. And they don't have. It looks like there's really no cape. So you might have a severe weather threat, but at this point, it's a little bit too far out. Okay, you're 43. Okay, so what I recommend is, definitely go, search around, look up like meteorologists, trusted online free courses for meteorology and how to read forecast models and stuff, and then you should be able to get a little bit of knowledge and figure out how to do it. Okay. Okay, so here's the photographs. Let's go. Whoop. Yeah, that's a little concerning right there. Oh, well, never mind. That's a little bit too far. That's too early. Yeah, this is what I was worried about, guys. I mean, look at some of these photographs. Some of these are curved, looping photographs. Not good. This is not good. I mean, look at that one. There's no contamination on that one. There is substantial amount of cape for that. Great shear and wind values. I mean, this is just looking. It's to be honest, this looks much worse than November 4th from the models. And then, anyways, let's actually go back to our composite and see what the composite reflectivity is showing. This is going to be interesting because the NAM it's like the GFS except it's more local, so it's going to look similar to the GFS, but ooh, Braden, are you still here, Braden? Hold on, Braden, are you still here? Okay, if he's whatever. If he's not, it's fine. But this is just confirming Memphis as my primary target and just south of Memphis towards Yazoo, because look at these things. These are east movers. These are due east movers. That means right moving storms are the most likely storms to produce tornadoes. The more right you get, the more likely they are to produce tornadoes. So anywhere between the north and east, from the northeast, they're moving in that direction. So anywhere from 0 to moving 90 degrees, anywhere in that area, you can have a storm that could produce a tornado usually. And sometimes there's those rare occurrences where storms just have their own minds and move whatever the heck direction they want. So, yeah, but those are rare occurrences. But anyways, as you can see, right around, man, this is crazy. Some of these storms are not popping up until way. Oh. Guys, I don't want to be the breaker of bad news to you, but you see you see this storm right here. This storm goes straight through Mayfield. That's what the NAM's saying. It's saying it's going to go straight through Mayfield. I just got goosebumps because that just sent chills. Because I mean, look at that. Okay, I want to take a sounding from this. Oh, that's contaminated all heck. But I mean, hold up here. Let's go back down here. Okay, very contaminated. But let's just see. If Aiken, okay, Aiken. If you had a tornado threat, it would probably be a 2%, like a marginal. You'd have one of the 2% marginal risks if it does go through. So I doubt it will happen, but I'm going to give you pretty much a 90% chance that you will not really see anything that day on Wednesday for you. But anyways, back to this storm. Yeah, I'm worried about that. I mean, it's a little bit contaminated, but let's go back. Let's click in a little bit further. Yeah, look at that right there. I'm a little bit worried about this, but the caps. There's a little bit of cap here. But we got to watch this storm right here if it does materialize, because if that goes through Mayfield, like it says it is on the NAM, it's the NAM. You can trust it a little bit more than the GFS and a little bit more than the HRRR, but definitely be prepared Mayfield, just in case this could get ugly for the same areas on December 10th last year. Okay. Anyways, now it's time for the good stuff. Here we go. HRRR. Okay. Nope. Shh. Okay, HRRR should be able to go that far out. It doesn't. Ah! Oh, that sucks. Let's check the 3 kilometer. I don't think the 3 kilometer goes that far out. Ah, the NAM does. Okay, 3 kilometer does go out that far. Okay, perfect. Okay, so HRRR is not going to be very useful right now. I'll probably do a short tomorrow. I'll probably do a little YouTube short tomorrow for my reaction to the HRRR. But let's go to the NAM 3 kilometer CONUS, because the NAM 3 kilometer CONUS will definitely show a little bit better. NAM 3 kilometer CONUS is pretty good, actually. I can definitely tell you that. Let's go to the winds. Here we go. Wow. Look at that low-level jet. 60 knots across Memphis. That's going to be... Look at these little... See these little blobs right here? See all these little blobs? Those could be supercells. And then let's just go dew point. Let's just see what the dew points are. Wow. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Okay, we're just scrolling through this because you can't really tell. It's a little bit too far out still. You know, like this. You know, this could be. This could happen. This might. Look at this. Oh yeah, this is the morning convection. Apparently, this is supposed to be our morning convection that morning, or at least into the afternoon. But I don't like this thing. What is this? What is this funny guy? Oh, maybe not. Let's see what this funny guy is saying. Maybe not. Maybe this is still too far out. Man, I should have probably done this a little bit. What's that? Yeah, like I may or may not have done this a little bit too early. I probably should have done it a little bit later tonight, just so we can get a couple hours in. But I'm gonna likely do a short probably tonight or early tomorrow morning on my reaction to these things, because it's not really showing anything at the moment. But let's just go in and just see what the Cape is showing. Like there's these little pockets of high Cape, and then see you get some of these rare 4,000 Cape. That's contaminated as heck. Okay, but yeah, you can tell that this is a little bit too far out to tell for the rapid refresh models at least. Let's just see what the supercell composite's showing. The supercell composite starts leaking up there later and later. But yeah, I'll definitely have to do a short. Yeah, but some of these tornado parameters are crazy. But definitely, guys. You guys need to watch out in these areas. So I might even have to, if I have the time tomorrow, I might have to do another briefing, because I will be able to see the models in depth. I'm kind of regretting I did it right now. I probably should have done it probably around 8 o'clock or so tonight, because then we'd be able to see out that way. But guys, definitely. You need to be prepared, guys, because this is not going to be good for any of these areas, especially in this area, probably even to Mayfield. You really need to be prepared for this. It is not looking like it's going to be a very good day for severe weather. Let's actually go back up in here. Here's our severe weather. Tornado threat is slowly but steadily rising. Let's go down one more. Yeah, Yazoo City, you are in this. Yep. So, yeah, we got to be ready for this because it's gonna hit hard when it gets here. And here's Little Rock's office. Medium tornado potential. What Little Rock's saying? The radar site that's gonna be down. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, Little Rock. That just ticks me off, guys. This ticks me off that they're shutting it down at the most critical point possible. Like any other day, like you could turn the radar off on Wednesday or Thursday. That would make it so much better. But nope. Man, ticks me off, guys. That really does tick me off. Okay. Let's see what Shreveport's saying. Tornado threat low. What do you mean? Anyways, so yeah, that is gonna wrap it up for now. Thank you all for joining me. But yeah, I will be definitely posting a short or maybe a short little video, just a quick little live stream later tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning if I wake up in time. Well, I probably will wake up. It's going to be pretty good. So that is going to end it. Make sure you guys please go down below, subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with people so we can get the word out, because this is not good, and we need to have local news stations and stuff in this area where the radar hole is going to be at they need to make sure they are giving the best possible information out and as accurately as it can, because it is going to be probably a life-threatening situation on Tuesday for anyone in that radar hole, and just in the severe weather threat is in general. But chase mode is going to have to be activated, probably targeting Memphis and a little bit south of Memphis, east of the Mississippi River, because I don't want to get trapped on the west side and not be able to catch the storms and find a crossing. So we're going to definitely be targeting probably Memphis, as well as probably south to Yazoo City. And I do not care about this Dyson hairdryer. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to definitely target the Mississippi River Valley. I'm going to be leaving probably tomorrow afternoon. Get there, get to Memphis probably sometime on Monday night. Stay in Memphis. And then get out, target wherever we need to target on Tuesday morning. Get into position that morning and wait for the thing to materialize. Or I mean, we could probably leave Tuesday morning because it's not supposed to get there for a while. But I don't want to miss anything, so I am thinking we leave tomorrow afternoon, maybe tomorrow evening, stay in maybe Little Rock, and then get into Memphis the next day. It's all up in the air right now, guys. So, but within the next few hours, when I get to see the actual HRRR stuff, we'll definitely be able to make a decision there. But yeah, make sure you guys have everything prepared in case these warnings do come through. Got to have all your severe weather preparations finished probably tomorrow, because you do not want to be scrambling last minute, because these storms may or may not be fast moving, and you won't be able to see them coming because the environment down there, you got trees, hills, winding roads, very low storm bases, fast movers. You're not going to see these things coming, and they're probably going to be rain wrapped to heck. So yeah, anyways, so subscribe to Ryan Hall. He is going to be live streaming this probably. I don't know yet, but he's probably going to be live streaming this event, as well as probably pretty much everyone and his brother that's storm chasing will probably be live streaming this. I, for one, probably will be live streaming it. But then again, I probably won't have any service down there because, it's the Ozarks and lower Mississippi River Valley. There's probably no service down there, so I'm probably just gonna have to be videoing it. So you will probably see the videos of me of this most likely sometime in the week to follow it, because whenever I go storm chasing, I usually that's the first video that I'm going to be editing, not on my main channel, but on my storm chasing channel. I'm going to be first. He did he say he was going live actually? Wow, I might have not actually. That must have been pretty recent. That actually might. How recent ago was that? Let me see. I hate the people that make fake Ryan Hall. When did he say this? Let me see. Saw a post on Twitter. Okay, I'm looking through Twitter right now, actually, believe it or not. Do. What? Ping pong sized hail in California. Hold up. Is this. Wait a second. This is fake. This has to be fake. I just saw a post for ping pong ball sized hail in California. Heck to the no. No way. It's tagged Pittsburgh National Weather Service. So I'm wondering if there's a town in Pittsburgh, near Pittsburgh, called California in Pennsylvania. But I doubt that at all. If it's saying it's in California, no, there's no way, because there's no storms in California right now, which is funny. Where is California? Is there a town in? Is there actually a city? Well, there's a city named Indiana. So maybe there actually is. Let me actually search this up. Maybe there is a town in there. Okay, yeah, there's a town in. Oh, that's like right on the. Oh, wow. Okay, all right, that makes sense. I was wondering. There's no way there's ping pong ball sized hail in California right now, because there's no storms. Yeah, Memphis 18Z NAM showing PDS. Let me actually go look at Ryan. Ryan Hall, y'all. Let's see if he's going live. Is he actually going live? Okay, yeah, he's saying he's going live. Okay, yeah, so make sure you guys tune into Ryan Hall, because he did just say he's going. He probably said it a long time ago, but looks like he will be going live. Reed Timmer will be going live. Vince Welsey, Brandon Kopic, all the guys are going to be going live. Definitely. So be sure to watch them. If you want probably the best coverage that you possibly can, Ryan Hall will probably be your best coverage option, alongside local news stations that are in the areas. But don't go to the Weather Channel. Don't go to any major broadcasts, news stations. Just go to your local ones. Those will be your best options, as well as Ryan Hall, y'all. And make sure you keep an eye on your weather apps, Twitter, any social media for any warnings. Well, I wouldn't say trust them, but I'd make sure you go to your settings and turn on your severe, like emergency notifications. Definitely turn those on, and make sure you have all your weather preparations in place. Have a helmet, have a backpack full of stuff. You have a weather radio, have a flashlight, have gloves, have boots, no open-toed shoes, have snacks, have plenty of water. Make sure you have anything that could protect you and your lives, as well as pillows, blankets. Make sure if you do get a tornado warning, get to the most interior room of the house, because I know out here there's probably not a lot of basements, and if they are, they're very scarce. But if you do have a basement, that is the best place to get, or underground in a storm shelter, tornado shelter, stuff like that. But interior, most room, closet, or a bathroom of your house, away from all windows, to protect you and your lives, and put a blanket, a helmet on, anything that can protect you and your lives, because when these warnings do come through, you won't have very much time at all. So have your preparations in place now, so that way you aren't scrambling at the last minute and risking your lives. So anyways, that is going to wrap it up for now. Look for updates on my channel and Twitter. Let me actually go down and put my Twitter down here. Here's my no, that's not my Twitter. I believe that's my Twitter. Let me go back. Yeah, okay. Just making sure that was my Twitter. Okay, so my Twitter is going to be down below. I will post updates probably there and on YouTube. And you will see it first here. We are going to be chase mode activated on Tuesday. Never stop chasing, and I'll see you guys on the chase. See you later.